What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. This is serious. Wow, what the fuck?
Video of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varney Shorer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. The problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black is with the young generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
This is a call for 100,000 black men to lead this historic wave of economic empowerment, ensuring the enduring prosperity of black American families by adopting the 3 crucial steps to leading lasting change: separation, organization, and commitment.
In war! Gang, 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 gang. Bruh, in war, man, all it takes is one righteous person to move 1,000 enemies in 7 different directions. You gotta remember how powerful you are when you got the Most High on your side. We don't fight these battles of flesh and temptations by ourselves. When we go in this battle, we got a heavenly team ready for the move. So just imagine the 144,000 waking up to who we really are and understanding our power and what we can create and perceive if we don't turn to the left or to the right and keep straight ahead. Our time is now to get to the Red Sea and to get past it. Guys, a lot of times in war, man, it's about strategizing. You know, we are the tribe of Judah. You know what I'm saying? The tribe of Judah. Gaza, if you read, is actually ours. All that. You know what I'm saying? So, as we see what's happening over across the seas, just let you be known, we are highly protected. You get what I'm saying? That's why so many wars is happening across seas. When you know that it's your time to get to a direction or a place that God, Yahweh, have told you to get to, you don't let the enemy or the struggle scare you from what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? When you see the signs and you know you a real one, and Yahweh tell you to go do something, it's okay to see if God's gonna fight with you when it's time to get to that battle against the enemy. But when you see the signs, you gotta go full force. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, you won't even have to lift up a finger. All you gotta do is destroy what they trying to build. That's go against the truth. You know what I'm saying? Do people understand how powerful their voices is? These frequencies that we speak is so powerful. You can have a positive mindset or you can have a negative mindset. You can use both of them to get you to where you need to get to. But the only thing about it is, if you let your emotions and your feelings control your direction, you can easily crash out. You know what I'm saying? We see that a lot of tension is high across overseas. You know what I'm saying? Because when two people that do not own that land, that are originally not from that land, is in control of that land, they would never have peace. You get what I'm saying? So it's no matter how much they try to follow what the Bible say, what this says, they don't belong. You know what I'm saying? And when they don't belong, it's up to us to see through the BS. They will use all these scenarios to try to play on your mentality that, oh, well, that's not you really. That's they got something that's going on. You don't even belong in it. But the whole thing is how we don't belong in it when that's our shit. You know what I'm saying? And as we see that it's never gonna be peace. I never came through sure to say it's going to be peace. That's not the mission. That's what false prophets say. It's no peace, man. Do we want positivity? Yes, we want positivity. While we whooping their ass, we'd be happy about it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's been too much done to ever be to like, well, we just gonna let bygones be bygones. Because these certain group of people in America KKK has been controlling God's chosen people to get free labor and get free energy. Once we know that we got control over what we won't allow and what we will allow. A lot of these people know that our history got a legacy to it. A lot of these people would make up lies and it'd be right in their face and it would show the truth. And they would still make up lies to push a narrative that goes with them to increase their profit. Them people across seas don't care about God. All they care about is making money on and getting power. They don't care about what the real is. You feel what I'm saying? So when you know that everything gonna be a righteous path for you, all you gotta do is make the first move. It's all about making the first move. When you know you gotta get to the Red Sea and you gotta get past it, and the enemy is right behind you, you gotta be knowing that you can do it, anything, when you got the right one in heaven beside you. The enemy gonna try to come at you with all types of threats, because the enemy knows that it only got a certain amount of time to do and say and act the way they act for so long. So when you know the enemy is trying to make your life a living hell, you know you on the right path. Because why would the enemy be mad if you was doing what the enemy wants you to do? You get what I'm saying? The enemy wouldn't be mad. If you doing what the enemy wants you to do, the enemy wouldn't be mad. Because you do what you want it to do. When you're not doing what the enemy wants you to do, all hell's break loose. You know what I'm saying? And the enemy would lie and lie, make up rumors, would try to bring you down, and still need your help. But that's the great thing about God. Because God says, help your enemy, feed your enemy, give the enemy water to drink. Because the battle is not ours. You know what I'm saying? The enemy can talk so loud and proud and boast his chest and act and put themselves on a pedestal where it don't belong. But for so long. Because when you know you're doing right, and you know you try your hardest, and you know you going hard, and you know you stay positive, God gonna awaken you and put you in the right position to where you're going to. Sometimes you gotta go through the pain and the struggle to make you a better person. So by the time you get to the position you're supposed to be, you will be grateful for where you at, because you will remember all them times where you didn't have the situation in the way you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta sit back and fall back. Sit still and be patient. Because like I said, if it takes one warrior to move 1,000 men in 7 different ways, imagine when you get 144,000 awakened people. You know what I'm saying? When you put between a rock and a hard place, you got to make decisions. You don't never want to go back to the place where you felt like you was done wrong, where you felt like they didn't care about you, where it felt like you was getting used, where they felt like they wanted hard labor out of you, but don't want to put in nothing to help you to succeed. They want you to do all this, point A, point B, point C, D, E, F, G, but they want you to do all this, but they don't pour nothing into you. You know what I'm saying? God will put you in them type of positions to make you understand that you got to understand that the work you put in, it never goes unseen. No matter how much you do, and the enemy try to discredit you from what you're doing and making it harder. You know what I'm saying? When you find out your self-worth, when you find out who you really are, when you find out the truth, the enemy will try to laugh and act like it's cool when it first happens, because they don't believe it's true. But once they see that river spread apart and open wide, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? They gonna see, and then they gonna start trying to act funny and different. But don't fall for the trap, because that's what the enemy always does. The enemy would try to play on your mentality when they feel like they can use it or it can get them out of trouble. They'll play on your mentality and try to act like they cool with you. The whole time, they just waiting for their chance to turn back on what they said. You know what I'm saying? The enemy don't want to see you do better than them. It'll give you a little leeway and let you do this and that. But once the enemy know that you better than them and you on to bigger and better things, the enemy gonna try to stop everything that you got. So if y'all didn't see about the thing that I was talking about, America KKK is making it to where you can't leave America. You know what I'm saying? Because they know what they know where they going. You know what I'm saying? That's why they ain't trying to die. That's why they trying to make all these robots and come out going to Mars and all this goofy ass shit, because they afraid to take accountability. You got to understand, when the enemy is so used to having that power, that materialistic gain, and that status, but they'd rather burn and believe in delusion than ever give you back what's yours. So when God put that hand on the enemy and showed that it ain't no joke, they got nothing else but to do is release you. So it's like we just wait on our time, because they crimes and they words and what they done, it's all stacked up. It's so far high, it's up to heaven. How much crime they did against God's chosen people and sin and hatred. God sees that. And eventually, which has already happened now, a lot of these people about to feel the wrath of God. So he gonna send his people to push the word of the truth that a lot of people ain't gonna believe until it's too late. You know what I'm saying? But as we walking and we trying to get through what we supposed to get through, the enemy we gonna hear the chariots, we gonna hear the horses breathing hard, we gonna hear the empty threats, we gonna hear them trying to get us back. But I'm telling you right now, do not turn back. Do not look back. Keep going forward. Because when you get past where you're trying to get to, the enemy gonna get destroyed. You know what I'm saying? The enemy's done. And the enemy already know that. So it's gonna do anything in its power to try to keep us down. Cause this thing is like, if they going down, they'll try to bring us with them. But that's the thing about it. They can't bring nothing down that they didn't put up. You know what I'm saying? And the truth gonna always reveal itself. Yeah, we gonna have gatekeepers. We gonna have haters who watch your shit and take all your shit and gatekeep it and try to copy you and act and do this and that. But these people, man, they cronies. You know what I'm saying? These people are like imbeciles. They pawns for the enemy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these people are willingly giving themselves to the enemy because of their hatred. They're envious for God's chosen people. And it be your own people sometimes who will do that because they not grateful for what they got. They too busy looking into your hand and what you got going. You know what I'm saying? So all you gotta do is sit back and be patient and watch God do his magic. Because no matter how much they try to force and try to put their hands on you and woo-hoo-ha-ha type shit and try to, oh yeah, this and that, all that yelling and tough talking, they just digging a deeper hole for themselves at the end of the day. So, like I tell people, a lot of times, man, all you gotta do is shut the fuck up, sit back and watch, and you will see the enemy expose itself every time. That's what the enemy do. The enemy can't help itself. The enemy think it's sweet. The enemy think that it look too good to pass up, not knowing that what looks good might not be good. You know what I'm saying? It's like honey. The honey tastes good, it look good, but as soon as you put your hand in and poke it, oh nah, you finna get stung by killer bees. And you might die by messing with the killer bees. So it's like, sometimes, bro, your best response and your best attack is to sit still and be quiet and let God show his magic and let the enemy run itself into the ground. Because all that yelling back and going at it is no point. Our destination is already at hand. Our place where we're supposed to be is already set in stone. What we're supposed to do is already being built up and already standing in this purpose, already on solid foundation, crib. And they can't understand that because they think on a 3D materialistic plane. You know what I'm saying? When you let money on and materialistic shit control you, you'll never be able to see past that. Your mind will always be stuck on a 3D plane level because you ain't never let that materialistic shit go. Once you understand that the power is within and money have no control, you can be able to leave, get what you need, and go to the destination where you're supposed to get to, and leave everything that's not supposed to be with you behind. So like I said, man, once we start waking up to the truth, we get past the Red Sea, and we get to where we need to get to, we're up. It's only a matter of time when that time is coming, and we living in that process right now. We just can't give up because the enemy is waiting. But the enemy gonna be waiting a long time because this is just the beginning. And you know we live in end times, so we can't fall for these traps what the enemy doing because the enemy is so pathetic, so weak, so slow. It's waiting for anything. So we just can't fall for the traps and keep on walking. And we have to be hood and outside. Big crip. Gang, outside shit.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. You know this instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.